Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, May 31st. My name is Alan, and I want to welcome you to my Spiritual Growth Through Recovery podcast. The purpose of these videos is to grow my spirituality by following the AA program of recovery, and I try to do that by being as honest, vulnerable, and accountable as I can be, which is why I make the videos. It makes me put some work in. I'm no expert in AA or spirituality or recovery. I'm just trying to live life on life's terms and do it sober. So the recipe we follow here is we read the daily reading out of the AA Daily Reflections book. There's a link in the description if you'd like to follow along. And I'll just share my take on what I took from the reading, as well as some other topic that's pertinent to my life at the time. So, all right. So for today, topic is going to be readiness to serve others. And I just want to talk about having a balanced life. All right. We'll get to it, May 31st. Readiness to serve others. Our society has concluded that it has but one high mission, to carry the AA message to those who don't know there's a way out. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 151. The light to freedom shines bright on my fellow alcoholics as each one of us challenges the other to grow. The steps to self-improvement have small beginnings, but each step builds the ladder out of the pit of despair to new hope. Honesty becomes my tool to unfurl the chains which bound me. A sponsor who is a caring listener can help me to truly hear the message guiding me to freedom. I ask God for the courage to live in such a way that the fellowship may be a testimony to his favor. This mission frees me to share my gifts of wellness through a spirit of readiness to serve others. That's pretty cool. It really is. So I'm trying to find there it is. Okay. So it's the ready to serve others. I did something that just caught my reading, it caught my eye that I hadn't thought about sharing, and I wanted to make sure I accounted for that. So, all right, so serving others. So why are we here? What's the point in doing all this, right? What's the point in life in general, right? Why are we here on this planet? What are we doing every day? Are we here just to serve our own needs, or right? So when I'm at peace and I'm not thinking about me, to me it feels like the point to this life is to help others navigate this journey. That's all I can come up with. Anything selfish or trying to get, you can't leave it. You leave it behind. You can't bring it with you. So the point is, how do we serve others and help others? So that's kind of what really kind of resonated with me here. And then it talks about the light to freedom. It shines on my fellow alcoholics as each of us challenge the others to grow. I have some amazing friends, two in particular, be Adam and Jeremy. I love the fact that we're honest and vulnerable. We listen to each other, but we just constantly challenge each other. We love each other enough to not see the other make bad choices. So we're willing to say, dude, I think you're screwing up here, man. I'm willing to, we love, so we encourage and we support, but we challenge at the same time. So I think that's the point of this whole thing. People helping each other. We get real with each other, and that to me is true love. And that, I believe, is from God. So, really, just that part about challenging each other just made me think about the last couple of days. I've had friends just, I'm struggling, right? So they're willing to challenge me. They're not yes men. They're not going to just say everything's going to be okay, but they're like, man, you got to work on this. And I'm taking it. I bring it. I want to get better. So, it kind of talks about, the program being a steps, the ladder to make progress. And to me, it's only about being honest and vulnerable that will allow others to love and help us. If I'm not real with who I am and honest about what's going on, they can't really help me, and I'm really not helping myself. And that's kind of the whole point behind these videos, is for me to be ruthlessly honest with myself and with watching, and then vulnerable, because I got to get real. If I'm not real, then I'm never going to get where I want to get. So it's really neat stuff, man. And and it talks about here about sharing the gifts to others. And I think that's the whole thing is for me, my secrets keep me sick and isolated. And at that point, I'm unable to help others. So I got to be honest. I got to share with others, communicate, be there for others as well. And then we can kind of help each other on this journey. So anyway, that's kind of what I took for that part. And that's what we want to talk about, having a balanced life. You look up, my counselor gave me a long time ago a little pie chart. You can kind of cut the pie up in however many pieces, and each of those slices has a part of your life that's important to you. And then the idea is to rate yourself and say like a 1 to 10. how are you doing in that area of your life? And you can go to tons of websites, and they all have different categories on what parts of life you should consider. So these are just my parts, and I want to do that evaluation and say, how am I doing in my life? All right. So basically, a balanced life is a lifestyle which a healthy balance exists between all important areas. So I figured, let me do this because I think yesterday I talked about where am I focused, where am I putting my time and energy, and where I'm not. And I pretty much correlate whatever I said yesterday is going to show up as in this balanced life, which is fine. Bring it on, right? So the areas that I picked was the first one was kind of about being a spiritual or mental health. I put them together, which has to do with like self-care, AA meetings, prayer, meditation, journaling, volunteering, that kind of thing. So on the score for that, out of 10, I gave it a 3. I gave it a 3 because I'm not hitting as many AA meetings. I'm not meditating, not praying at all. And my self-care is pretty crappy. I don't want to deal with what I'm struggling with. So the next part would be physical, which would be nutrition, exercise, sleep, and am I getting my annual checkups, that kind of thing. For the most part, I'd say I put a 6 there because I'm not getting very good sleep because I'm in my head a lot. But I think my exercise and nutrition is decent, so I think I'm okay. I just got to work through some stuff, get better sleep, and I think I'm fine there. Next one would be like relationships or social. This would be like friends, some type of church groups, or whatever. People. How are you supporting each other? And I'd say here it's probably a 4. I can go from completely isolated for days, and I don't want to talk to anybody, to the weekends where I'm somewhat there. So I got to get away from that isolation, but I do that by being honest and vulnerable about where I'm at. So that's an area. So then career, which would be like, we spend a lot of time at our jobs. So what is that? How we feel about that part of our lives? Are we challenged? Are we fulfilled? Are we appreciated? Are we learning things? Here I put a 4. I'm definitely challenged, but I'm not fulfilled and I don't feel appreciated. It's a means to an end, and that's something I'm evaluating. So next part, I figured financial. How does my checkbook look? What kind of debt am I at? How am I spending habits? I put a 7 because I'm doing okay in that area. It's a little bit of improvement, but I'm doing okay. And the last part would be fun or leisure. How much am I letting go? Having fun, laughing, that kind of thing. I put a 7. I love watching NBA playoffs, fascinating. And playing basketball is a lot of fun as well. I tend to do a lot of these things by myself, so if I could incorporate some social aspect, that would help. So anyway, so I guess when I look at that, the areas I want to improve in is my spiritual or mental, right? I've rated a 3. Comes down to, do I want this spiritual growth through recovery or not? My actions aren't quite aligning yet with where I want to be. And I also believe if I invest more time in this part of it, other areas will kind of rise as well. And then relationships and social, I want that as well. I want to work on that by reaching out more and stop isolating. So, you know what? There's no judgment here. This is just a picture. I was honest, and now comes time to take some action. So, anyway, hope you got something out of today. Hope it was something of value. I just want to encourage you to, how are you doing for serving others? Are you people in your life that maybe you could, encourage a little bit more, challenge, build better relationships with? Do you have someone that challenges you, and are you willing to listen? So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Halfway through the week, I'll be back tomorrow for another video. So until then, peace out.